All right, let's begin our yoga practice today. All right. So finding your prop, your chair. Yeah. Sitting with your feet planted on the floor with a nice tall spine. Yeah. And again, it's a little warm out, has been the last few days. And so just a reminder of that Satali breath, that cooling breath. So if any of you have a swamp cooler, it's the same thing. We have a built-in swamp cooler in our body. So we're going to be taking some deep breaths eventually, and either taking the breath in, it'll go in through our mouth, either with a rolled tongue like that. And if you're one of those that just can't do that, which a large part of the population is, you're just going to let your tongue lay on the bottom of your palate. Yeah, not on your palate, on the bottom of your mouth. And you're just going to let open your lips slightly, and you're just going to let the breath in along your tongue. Yeah, you'll feel it, the cooling of it, and then we'll breathe out the nose. So let's start with just moving around before we begin. Move the body, close your eyes, just let the body just move around nice and relaxed, and just close your eyes, and you can take inventory of how you're feeling today, mentally, physically, because every day is different, right? Every day we wake up and we're like, I feel pretty good today. Or, I wonder why this is, bothering me. It just is, a wonder because our bodies are very complicated. All right, let's bring our palms up on our lap, excuse me, and we'll close our eyes. Again, excuse me, I think the smoke is getting to me. Good. All right. And relax the body. Good. Let's take a couple cleansing breaths. So breathe in through your nose. Nice long breath. And then pause just for a second, and then breathe out through your nose. Good. And now again, we're going to take a nice long deep breath in through our nose. Pause the breath. And now you're going to breathe out the mouth with a sigh. Just notice the difference. Breathing out through the nose or the mouth. And now we're going to take one more breath in through the nose. And breathe out either through the mouth or the nose, whichever talked to you. Good. And now we're going to do a few Satali breaths, that cooling breath. It cools down our body temperature, but also cools down our nervous system because it slows down the breath. All right. So either through a rolled tongue or with a tongue flat at the bottom of your mouth, breathe in. Close your lips, hold the breath, and then slowly breathe out through your nose. And you can breathe in out with a little that ujjayi, slight restriction. And then again, rolling the tongue or just laying the tongue on the bottom of your mouth, and breathe in. Hold the breath. Close the lips. Breathe out. Yeah, re-wetting our tongue as we close our lips. So do about 3 or 4 more at your own pace, nice and slow. Yeah, and as you breathe in, feel that cooling, the air just riding along the wet tongue or through it. And notice the coolness of that breath in. And then slowly breathing out through your nose, just letting it go. Couple more here. Notice if you can extend the exhale breath a little bit more. Again, breath nice and slow. And just doing one more breath. And at the end of your exhale breath, you can just relax your breath now. Just come to your natural breath. Noticing any sensations from that breath, that pranayama. Most of you feel a little more relaxed, maybe cooled down just a little bit, getting yourself here, getting all that stuff ready. Now just cooling down. Yeah. Good. All right, and then when you feel ready and complete, actually we're going to bring our hands into prayer position. Your eyes are still closed. Start to rub your hands together, creating some energy there, a little bit of heat. And then cup your hands over your face. If you have glasses, you can cup your hands out a little bit. If you don't have glasses, just palms, hands flat on your face. Good. Feel that nice, calming grounding. And then slowly start to flutter your eyes open into your hands. And once eyes are open, and release your hands off your face. It's just a nice way to, if your eyes are closed for a long period of time, you know, if you're in your meditation, doing your practices, it's a nice way to, when your eyes are closed for a while, instead of just opening them with all the light, you know, it's just a nice way to, you know, slowly bring yourself back in. Yeah, good. All right. If not already, scoot forward in your chairs. Find your nice tall spine. And we'll begin to move the body. So yeah, it's really important. You know, everything I seem to read and take in is just so important for heart health, for mental health, for all that, to move the body somehow regularly each day. Yeah. And to get your heart rate up, if you can, about 150 minutes a week, right? So that's calculated to maybe about 20 minutes a day. And so the beauty of this practice is when we stand up, you know, there's certain things that you can do that get your heart rate up, right? And so that is why this is so important and healthy for you. Yeah. All right, for now though, nice big breath in, lift the heart. As you exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Slide your shoulders back and down. Just relax your shoulders back and down. Feel that nice expansion on the back of your neck, up into the back of your skull, maybe even down between your shoulder blades. Yeah, nice stretch. Good. And again, option here is to soften your gaze or close your eyes again if you want to. On an inhale breath, slowly roll your head over to the right and up. And as you exhale, over to the other side. So maybe experiment with eyes open and then eyes closed and see how that changes this asana, this, you know, neck asana. Yeah. And just roll slowly. It's getting all the kinks out of the neck and shoulders, or many of them anyway. And then the next time the head floats forward, pause, and then start to circle the opposite direction. Just enjoying the stretch. Bring a little smile to your face. Maybe you tap into your Ujjayi companion, that breath. That helps us to keep cadence. That helps us to slow down. Tap into that deep breath. Good. And then the next time that your head falls forward, you can pause. Good. Wiggle your toes. Press down into your feet. Slowly float the head back up. Good. Yeah. And again, you can just gently flutter the eyes open. Yeah. Good. Relax your arms down alongside your body. Good. And then pressing down into your feet, inhale, stretch your shoulders, the tops of your shoulders up towards your ears. And exhale, relax and release them down. Inhale, bring your shoulders forward and up. Big breath in, exhale, stretch your shoulders back and down. Good. And then forward and up. And back and down. Good. And one more this way. Give it your 100% in anything you do during the course of your day. Give it your 100%. Even sleep. Go to bed thinking, I'm going to sleep 100%. Yeah, not 50, not 60, 100. Now let's reverse our circles. And we have that little, can you even put a little tag on your shoulders? If you're going to bother to do something, just do it 100%. That also is a little signal to be right in the present moment, right? That's what helps you to do it 100%. When we're thinking of something else, we're not doing anything 100%. Yeah, good. And relax, good. And shake it out, shake out your hands, arms, just get loose in the upper body. Good. All right, we're gonna bring our legs out wide. And again, you're scooted forward in your chair. Sometimes it's nice to remove the flesh out from underneath your sit bones. So you feel your sit bones, those bones that you're sitting on, that's thus sit bones, nice and grounded in your chair. Keeping a nice tall spine. We're not moving the head in this as we do some rotations with the body. So we're not using the head to do that. It's just that hold the trunk of the body that we're moving. So nice tall spine, heart lifted. Yeah, you can even gaze straight ahead. Take a breath in and exhale, hinge forward. Good. And then inhale, bring the body over to the right, up and back. As you go back, tuck your low belly in at about 3 inches below your navel, and then to the other side. And you can start with small circles. Yeah. And notice, again, feel free to soften or close your eyes, and you can feel your body where it's getting a stretch, where it's moving. Yeah. And maybe you start to make a little bit bigger circles if that's available to you. And then noticing as you go back, the core muscles engage. Yeah, again, keeping the spine straight, not moving the head. And the next time, and notice the shift between left and right hip bone. Next time you come forward, pause, and now reverse opposite direction. Again, you can start with a little bit smaller circles. This is stretching the inner thighs, right? Engaging core muscles, stretching side a little bit. Maybe that circles get a little bit bigger. Good. Just enjoy and notice. Are you giving this 100%? Or are you thinking of your grocery list right now? Next time the head comes forward, pause, press down into your feet, slowly bring your body back up. You have your eyes closed, slowly flutter them open. I didn't mean to call you out, but that happens so regularly. I just like that have been like the last week or two, I've just been observing my mind. And it's like, well, where did you just go again? Like, why are you going there? And I'm like laughing at my mind. It's like, come on, just be right here. And yesterday I was having a really solid, great day. I was getting so many things done because I was noticing that I was just giving it 100%. Then I would go to the next thing and give that 100%. And I was just so efficient. Yeah. So just something to contemplate, think about. All right. Let's bring our hands forward. Bring our hands into a fist and slowly rotate your hands, especially as the fists go down, stretching the top of your hands. Yeah. And then bring your hands flat and then reach your fingers towards your body. Yeah, as you're stretching the top of your hands. Giving our hands some love. Yeah, and relax. They do so much for us. They open up our toothpaste cap. They open up our jars. They stir our food. They plant our plants. Our fingers are working all day long, every day. Yeah, so giving them some love. Nice hands. Yeah, yeah. Good. All right, let's heel toe, our feet back to planting them on the floor. Find our nice tall spine. Release your arms down alongside your body. Turn your palms out. As you press down into your feet, notice that your whole lower body engages, all the muscles in your legs, even your belly, right? And then relax your legs. Just let your legs like you're not even thinking about it. And again, almost as if you're making the motion to stand up, press into your feet and notice what muscles engage. Even your anal sphincter muscle and your pelvic floor muscles engage. So you're working your muscles just by making that intention to stand up and then relax. Good. And now one more time, we're going to press into our feet, reach our arms out and up this time. Yeah. And it just lightens the load as we go up. All right. As we get up, we're going to cross our hands at the wrists. We're going to turn our palms in and interlace your fingers if that's available to you. Feel free to bend your elbows if having your hands extended is keeping you from, and arms are not forward either. There is the upper arms are in line as much as possible with the ears. Yeah. All right. So find your interlace. If this is a little bit too much for you today, you can just interlace your hands at the top. Yeah. I mean, with palms facing each other. Yeah. And then inhale, press into your feet and reach those hands up towards the sky. High as you can. Yeah, feel the stretch along your side ribs. Breathe, smile. Just elongating the spine. Good. Stretching, enjoying. Yeah, good. And now on an exhale breath, start to bend the elbows. Once your hands get right above your head, you can unlace your hands and just allow your hands to float down towards the floor. Nice and relaxed, and shoulders relaxed. Good. And move, shake out a little bit. Yeah. Good. All right. And again, inhale, we're going to reach the arms out and up. Big breath. Take as much breath in as you can. Bring your palms together. Exhale your hands to your heart and let them float all the way down. And again, as if you want to just embrace the entire world, press down into your feet, reach your arms out and up, making a big circle. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. And then release your hands down onto your lap. Good. A little cat-cow. So inhale, again, 100%. We do this almost every class, right? Maybe you can do it a little different today. Maybe you can adjust something. Yeah, but just be there 100%. Good. Pressing down into your feet. Inhale, lift your heart. Slide your hands up higher on your thighs. Maybe stretch your elbows back behind you. Lift the chin. Keep the back of the neck long, though. Don't drop your head back. Good. And then exhale, slide your hands forward to your in front of your knees and just drop your head. Relax the head down. And you're stretching your back slightly towards the back of your chair. Inhale, press down into your feet. Start to lift your body, your head, your heart. Reach your hands all the way up to your thighs. Stretch your elbows back. This should feel nice. A little massage for our spine and our back. And exhale, come forward. Good. And then inhale, press into your feet and just come straight back up. Good. Release your arms down alongside your body. We're going to do a little airplane. We're going to open up a little bit more here. So on an inhale breath, press into your feet to reach your arms forward and up. Look up slightly. And then as you exhale, let your arms float straight forward and down. And then lean forward and reach back like an airplane. Yeah. And then inhale, let your arms, bring the body up, arms down, and then forward and up. Reach up, maybe lean back slightly. And exhale, drop just let your hands float down, and reach back. Maybe you come up a little higher with your arms behind you. And then relax, inhale, slowly come up, arms forward and up, reach up, maybe lean back slightly, tuck your tummy in. Exhale, float them down, reach back. Yeah, maybe arms up a little bit and release. The arms down, straight down. Bring the body straight back up and relax. Good. And then let's just butterfly the legs, opening up the legs. And we'll just do a little hamstring stretch. So bring your heel to right heel out, little bend in the knee here. Again, it's more comfortable the further scooted forward you are in your chair and more space. Chair is not digging into your back thigh as much. Yeah. Inhale, big breath in, lift the heart. Exhale, keep the heart lifted, keep the gaze up, and then hinge forward. Just start to hinge forward until you feel a stretch in your hamstring. You can bring both hands onto that left thigh. Yeah. And then just bring your gaze and look down towards the floor. And find your breath. Good. And that belly's tucked back. That's just going to support that low back. And see if each time you exhale, you can just melt a little bit further forward. Yeah, just soften the body, move forward. Good. Then on your next inhale breath, press down into your hands onto that thigh. Slowly let the body come back up. Good. And then take your right hand and help to rebend the right knee. And then we're going to switch. Yeah. We're going to start with a nice tall spine. So we're not rounding our back here, right? We're keeping again, and our head is just not in, it's not in motion. Yeah. Take a nice big breath in. Lift the heart, look up slightly. Keep that heart lifted, keep looking up, and exhale, hinge forward at your hips. Yeah, so we're not rounding the back. Keep the head above the shoulders. Come as far as is comfortable. Good, take another breath in. As you exhale, you can relax your gaze towards the floor. Maybe bring both hands onto the right thigh now. And find your hamstring stretch. Yeah, right toe is lifted. Again, if there's any discomfort in the low back, either come up a little bit or tuck the belly in. There should not be any discomfort there. And breathe. All right, and on an inhale breath, now press into your hands, into that right thigh. Slowly bring the body back up. Good. And then take that left hand and help to rebend that left knee. Yeah. And just butterfly your legs. Just let them relax, all those muscles relax. Good. All right. And then we're going to make our way to stand. So we're going to slide our heels back a little bit. Good. Press your heels, just sliding your heels back a little bit and pressing down into your feet. That's giving a little bit of opening up in our knee joint and also a little stretch in the calf muscle. Yeah, good. Lift your heart nice and tall. Good. And then as you exhale, lean forward. Good. We're just setting ourselves up to stand up. You can remain in your chair if you'd like. Yeah, good. And now on a big inhale breath, your next inhale breath, press into your heels and slowly bring your body back up. Let your legs bring you up. Yeah, good. And let's find our way to the back of our chair. And move the body just a little bit. So just start with moving the body. Good. Yeah. Maybe coming to a little march, little walk. And maybe you walk forward a few steps and back a few steps. Getting our heart rate up here a little bit. Good. Forward and back. Good. And maybe you come to a little jump. Yeah, just dropping your heels. That feels okay. Keep your head right above your shoulders. Don't be looking down when we're doing our heel drop. Too much pressure on the back, spine. Good. And relax. And then we're gonna see if you can walk a few steps forward and back on the balls of your feet. So again, taking care of our feet. And maybe on the heels of your feet, give it your best. You might lean forward just a little bit when you're on your heels. Yeah. Good. And then maybe on the sides of your feet, and just march side to side. Maybe on the insides of your feet. Good. And now come to stand, your mountain pose. So you may need just a little something to hold onto that's near you. We're just going to move our feet and our legs just a little bit here. So again, coming onto the ball of your foot on this outside leg. Yeah, good. And then just massage the ball of your foot. Good. And now I know we have shoes on, but we're going to try to stretch the top of our feet. So if it's available to you, slide your foot back and come to just having your top of your foot reaching the floor, and just rock your heels side to side. Yeah. This is a little bit deeper stretch when we don't have shoes on. And then relax that. And then if you can lift your foot up off the floor and just do some circles in opposite direction, and toes up and down and up and down. Good. And then see if you can, and if you need to touch down or grab onto something, please do so. Just rock that lower leg forward and back. Good. And then the whole leg forward and back. Maybe little, maybe big. Again, if you need to touch down, and just give it your best, 100%. Yeah. And release. And shake it out. Good. And then we're going to just do the leg. You can just stay on the same side. We're just going to do the other foot. So the inside foot. Come onto the ball here and just massage the ball of your foot. If it's available to you, to slide your foot back and just reach the top of your foot towards the floor. Maybe drop the heels side to side. If you're standing without holding on, finding a spot to stare at will help you to stay upright. Yeah, balanced. Good. Release that. Now come to stand. See if you can lift the leg up and just rotate the other foot, your right foot now. Maybe if you're on this side, and other direction. And then toes up and down. Again, you can always grab onto your chair, or you can touch down. Good. And now lower leg. Good. And just the effort is enough, right? And the whole leg. Rocking your legs straight forward and back at your hip. Good. Again, strengthening. We're strengthening our glute muscles, our leg muscles. Yeah, our coordination. Good. And release. Good. And relax. Just come to a nice, relax, wiggle it out. Nice work. Okay. So again, coming into, we're going to work our upper body. Here's where you might get to the point where your upper body, your shoulders might get fatigued. And that's when we want to really start to take relaxed Ujjayi breaths to get through what could be maybe a little uncomfortable. Yeah, really works, right? When we just say to ourselves, okay, breath, notice the cadence of your breath. So let's just start. So we're going to washed windows. We're gonna pretend you can come over to my house because my windows are really getting dirty. Yeah. So we're gonna reach our arms out, lift the palms up. Good. Relax your shoulders and start to make little circles like we're washing our dirty window. Good. And you're breathing through your nose. Maybe nice, relaxed Ujjayi breath. And now maybe we're going to get the whole window so your circles get a little bit bigger. Yeah, we want to get all the sides, all the corners of the window. Good. And now we're going to go backwards. So small circles backwards. We missed a few spots. You're just relaxing your shoulders. You're breathing with your Ujjayi breath. Ooh, let's make a bigger circle. Get those corners that we might have missed. They're looking good, those windows. You're breathing slowly, mindfully. Pause here. And now we got to get the front window. So bring your hands forward, arms forward, and get those windows. Just moving your hands in opposite circles, small. Good. This is the door now. So we need to really get all parts of the door so the circles get a little bit bigger. Finding your breath. Might be starting to get a little fatigued. If you do so, if it's very uncomfortable, you can take a break. Good. And now small circles, opposite direction. How's your breath? And maybe a bit bigger. We're missing a few spots. Get all the corners of the door. Yes, everything's going to be so sparkly. Yeah, good. Oops, I'm noticing on the side windows, we missed a few spots. Bring the arms out. Big, slow breath here. You got this. Relax your shoulders. Let the tension leave your arms and reverse opposite direction. Smile on the face. It's the breath that's going to allow you to relax the tension in the muscles. Okay, and then I think we're done. Release your arms down. Relax your hands. How you doing? Good. Just roll the shoulders, shake the body. Yeah. So taking yourself to that point where you're like, I don't think I can do this any longer, but just tapping into your breath, say, no, I've got this. I've got this. It's almost done. Nothing's going to hurt me. I just have to relax into this challenge and it will be over. And then once you relax, now we're relaxed. That feels so nice, doesn't it? Let's bring our legs a little bit wider apart, making sure that you don't have something that you'll hit. Yeah, and keep those shoulders relaxed. Just move boogie a little bit. Yeah, good. All right, soften the knees. Inhale to one side, breathe in. Exhale, ha. Let that tension out. Inhale, ha. Exhale. Ha. 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 And one more. Ha. And slow it down. Yeah, roll out your shoulders. Come back to your mountain pose. All right. Another little balance challenge here, a little bit of a balance challenge. So we're gonna start with the cross leg side bend, right? So if you can easily cross your right leg over your left, bend the knees a little bit, especially that left knee, and have both feet grounded, especially this right one, right? If the heel is up, then you want to just come into tandem, have the right foot forward. So either the right foot forward, or if it's available to you, cross over. Have your chair handy if you need to, grab onto that. That's the beauty of practicing this yoga with our chairs. Good. All right. So left hand down alongside the thigh, right hand out. So noticing, just staring straight ahead and noticing that there might be a little wobble here. Yeah. And that's just the brain talking to the body to right itself, right? To keep you upright. Good. On an inhale breath, see if you can reach your right arm out and up. Good. Take a nice big breath in. You can also be holding onto your chair with your left hand. That feels better. Big breath in. As you exhale, reach up and lean over to the left. Tummy's tucked in, toes pressing into the floor. Good. Breathing. If you want a little bit more of a balance challenge, you can slowly turn your gaze towards the right. Yeah. And breathe. You can always hold on to your chair. Yes. 2. And for 1. Bring your gaze back forward. On an inhale breath, slowly reach that arm back up. And exhale, just let that right arm float down. And relax. Immediately relax. Shoulders, everything. Yeah. And then slowly bring your legs back to hip distance apart. Good. And shake out any tension here. That's just a really beautiful pose. It's stretching so many things in your body. It's strengthening things like your back, giving your spine some nice massage, right? Some nice movement. Yeah, and challenging your balance. Good. All right, other side. So let's see how this goes. Cross leg over, making sure both feet are grounded, making sure that back leg, the right leg, that knee is pushing into the left. You don't want to hyperextend that right knee. Yeah. And both feet flat on the floor. Yeah. Or you're coming into a tandem. Yeah, with that left foot a little forward. Yeah, good. So you decide on which legs you want for your side bend. Right arm down, just hugging that right thigh. Inhale, reach the left arm out and up, nice and slow. Again, welcome the wobble. Yeah, take a breath in. Exhale, reach up and lean over here. And again, you can always grab onto your chair with your right hand or press it into your thigh for leverage. And if you're feeling pretty challenged here, just remain here. If you want to turn your head towards the left, look underneath the left arm. And feel that expansion on the whole left side, outside even of the left hip, down the left sciatic. It's a good stretch for your sciatic. And breathe. Tummy's tucked in. And exhale, bring your head back forward. Press down into your toes to bring your left arm back up, nice and graceful. And exhale, release that down. And those balance challenges, as we always know, they're the ones that bring us into the present moment. So we do have a tendency to go 100% in the challenge, right? Because we're hyper focused on not falling over and just making sure that you get there, yeah, and get out safely. Okay, nice work. We're going to come into just a little warrior 1 and blossom into our warrior 2 pose. Yeah. So we'll start with taking the right foot back. It's on a little bit of an angle, softening the left foot, the left knee rather. Yeah, good. And so we want our stance, fairly narrow because we're going to be going into our warrior 2 here. Yeah. And so you can experiment with your warrior 1 legs. You can send them back a little bit further. Let this left knee bend, but don't bend the knee beyond the ankle here. Yeah. Bringing hands onto either the waist here. Yeah. You can have your chair handy right here. Good. If it's available to you, reach this right arm up. And if it's available, the left arm up. Good. Take a nice big breath in, lift the heart, look up slightly. Exhale, let the shoulders melt back and down. Yeah. Another breath in. And relax. Just sink into this beautiful pose. One more. And now take a breath in. And as you exhale, start to turn to the right. Drop your arms halfway. Yeah. Find yourself in a little modified warrior two pose. Feel free to scoot your feet to where it feels comfortable, where you feel nice and stable. Just a little bit. Yeah. Good. And then look over that front middle left finger. And breathe. Inventory of your shoulders. How do your shoulders feel? Good. And then slowly bringing your gaze back forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, release your arms down. Feel the shoulders relax. We're really working your shoulders today, right? And now slowly pivot the body back forward and reach your arms forward and up to find your warrior one again. Take a nice big breath in, lift the heart, look up. And as you exhale, release your arms down and reach them back. Yeah. And inhale, slowly come back up, reach your arms forward and up. And exhale, just reach your arms straight down now. Good. Bring your hands onto your hips. You can bring one hand, that left hand, onto your chair if you need. Slowly pivot the heel up, that back heel up, to find yourself in a lunge. Good. And then on an inhale breath, bring that right leg forward. Good. And find. Yeah. Nice. Lovely, lovely, ladies. And again, doing anything with the breath is a perfect class here. So let's go to the other side, do that same beautiful dance here. So find your warrior one legs here. So again, the back foot is flat, right? Toes on a little bit of an angle, as narrow of a stance that you can make to feel grounded. Yeah, I mean, if you're like on a tightrope, that's a little challenging, right? So a little bit of space. Good. Soften this front knee. Good. Nice tall spine. If it's available to you, lift the left arm up. If it's available to you, lift the right arm up. Notice the difference on this side. If it feels different. Maybe it feels the same. Yeah. A nice big breath in, stretch up. Exhale, just relax your shoulders down your back. Let the arms, even though they're up, soften. Another breath in. Breathe out. Breath in. And this time you'll slowly turn the body to the left and drop your arms halfway, finding your warrior two on this side. And again, you can readjust your feet a little bit to find your warrior two comfortable. And then look over that front middle right finger. Find your drishti gaze there. And find your breath. Big breath in. Exhale, relax the shoulders back and down. Even tuck the tailbone forward slightly. Toes are gently pressing into the floor. Yeah. Strong warrior that you are. Good. And now slowly turn your head back forward. Take a breath in. As you exhale, relax the arms down. Good. And then start to turn your body forward and reach your arms forward and up. Big breath in, lift up, look up. As you exhale, let your arms drop down, lean forward slightly, reach your arms back. Stretch them up towards the sky a little bit. And then inhale, slowly come back up. That front knee stays bent. Good. And exhale now, just bring the arms straight back down. Good. And either holding onto your chair or hands onto your hips, lift that left heel up to find yourself on the ball of your foot into a little lunge here. And then on an inhale breath, bring that left foot next to the right. Nice. Good job, everybody. Shake it out. Wiggle it out. Good. And come to your mountain pose. Shoulders back and down, kneecaps lift, glutes squeeze, belly tucked in, shin tucked back slightly. Nice, beautiful, tall spine. Send some love out to our mountains that appear to be cleansing with fire. Yeah, and some love there. Okay, so bring your legs a little bit wider apart. Soften your knees, bring your hands onto your hips, and let's just do some hip circles here. Nice work, everybody. Nice job. Yeah, little goes a long way in this practice. And then reverse, opposite direction. Good. Loosening up the hips a little bit. And good. And come back to center. Good. If it's available to you, bring your heels in and your toes in. Heels, toes, until you're about your hip distance apart. Good. Shake it off. Yeah. And let's make our way back to our chairs. Stretch, do some opening for our hips. So find yourself at the front of the seat of your chair. Good. And we're going to make our way down nice and gracefully. Yeah. So take a breath in, looking straight ahead. Exhale, start to reach your hips back. Good. You'll notice the weight shifts to the heels. Good. And take a breath in. Let's reach our arms forward and up if you can. Exhale, reach them down and back. Finding our airplanes again. Inhale, keep your hips where they are. Reach up. Exhale, maybe shift your hips back a little bit. Reach down, grab the front of your chair. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, just let your arms support you as your hips reach the seat of your chair. Nice. Good. Hopefully you're noticing a difference of standing up and down in your chair at this point. Yeah, we've been working at that for a while. Yeah. All right, so you're scooted forward here. Yes. All right, let's open up our hips. So take a breath in. So let's let our breath come back. So that's getting our heart rate up, what we just did there. Yeah. Just relax. Maybe find a couple of Satali breaths, cooling breaths. Good. All right. We're going to hinge forward, grab onto our right leg, and on an inhale breath, bring the body up and see if you can hug your thigh into your belly. The ascending colon side here on the right. Good. And then see if you can land your right leg onto your left. Right. If your left leg is caving in with the weight of your leg, yeah, try to right that. We want this perpendicular. If not, it's nice to just lay your right foot on top of your left here and open up that hip this way. Yeah, if you're up here, toe lifts. And you're already, I'm already feeling a stretch on this side. Lift the heart, look up. You'll feel even more of a stretch. And keep that heart up, keep the gaze up. As you exhale, hinge forward. Hinge forward. Good. Till you come to your range of motion. Take a breath in and exhale. Let the gaze go down towards the floor. Good. Relax your hands, lift them off your leg, wiggle out your fingers, and just place them onto that leg, the top leg, if your leg's up top. Good. Find a few breaths here. And just relaxing, letting the upper body just drape forward, and the weight of the body giving you a little bit deeper opening in that right hip. And sometimes this can get challenging, so big, deep Ujjayi breath. See if you can relax. Good. And now bringing your awareness to your left foot. Press down into your left foot to bring the body back up. And before we release our legs here, we're going to interlace our hands in front of us. Yeah. And like we're churning butter, we're just going to come into circles. Keep the arms straight. And as if there's this big cauldron of stew or butter or whatever. Yeah. We have a big stick in our hands and we're just churning. Yeah. Nice and easy. Good. And then reverse, go the opposite direction. Just opening up that right hip just a little more, churning all of that tightness, tension. Yeah, and come back to center now, body up, release your hands down, and then just gently let your leg cross over. Yeah, good. Nice tall spine. Take a breath in. As you exhale, start to turn to the right. Take your right hand behind your right hip and gently press down into the seat of your chair. Take the forearm or hand of your left arm and press into the outside of the right thigh. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, press into the right thigh as you twist over to the right. So left arm's pressing into the thigh. Yeah. Right hand is just supporting you nice and easily. And you're turning. And you're breathing. Nice, long, slow, deep Ujjayi breath. Each time you exhale, maybe you turn just a little bit more. Press into that left hand to turn you over. Breathe into your belly. Let the belly rise as you breathe in. And on your next exhale breath, just let the body soften. Relax everything, your shoulders, your legs. Yeah. And then slowly turn your head forward and slowly bring your body back forward. Good. And then help that right leg up and off. Nice. Good job. And ooh, wiggle it out. Let that right hip just loosen up a little bit. Good. And we'll make our way to the other side now. So leaning forward, grabbing left, and then start to bring the body up and then hug that thigh into the descending colon side now. Yeah. And then bring your left leg on top of the right or left foot on top of the right foot. Good. Lift the toes here. Nice tall spine wherever your legs are. Lift the heart. Look up slightly. Big breath in. As you exhale, start to hinge. Press your chest forward. Hinge forward. And find your range of motion on this side. Yeah. Notice if it's maybe looser, maybe tighter, maybe the same. And then look down. Lift your hands up off your leg, up top. Relax your shoulders. And then just gently lay your hands onto that leg. We don't want to be gripping this leg. And now just let the weight of the body and your breath just let you melt into this opening. These long, slow breaths. Just let the body fall a little bit further forward with each exhale breath. Good. And now when you're ready, on an inhale breath, press down into your right foot to let the body float back up. Good. Now we're going to interlace our hands again, but one finger over. It'll feel a little bit different. Find your stick inside your cauldron and then just start to churn. So arms stay straight and you're sort of moving your upper body into the rotation. Little circles. One more. Good. And at some point, pause and reverse. Go the opposite direction. It's just getting your mind off of this left hip for a little bit. Yeah, 100%. And then pause, come to center. Good. Release your hands and just let that leg cross over. You can cross at your ankles here too if you'd like. Yeah, good. All right, take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, turn at your waist. Let your left hand land right behind your left hip. Good. Your right arm crosses over that left thigh, pressing into it, or your hand if you're crossed at your feet. Take a big breath in, get a gentle, tall spine. Exhale, press that right hand into the outside of the left thigh. And turn your gaze over to the left. Find your smile and your breath. Nice, big Ujjayi breath. 2 more. And when you're ready, let everything relax. Let your whole body soften like melting butter. And slowly turning your head back forward and your body back forward. Maybe like melting chocolate. That sounds better. And release your leg up and off. And wiggle it out. Really nice deep stretching today, everybody. Really using your breath to get through those, challenges when we just feel like, okay, I can't hold this any longer. Whew, find that breath, slow breath. Yeah, good. And let's get ourselves ready for final relaxation, Shavasana. So before we close our eyes, we're going to scoot back into our chair. Find that your back is supported. Just find yourself comfortable. Feel free to lay down. Bring your palms up onto your thighs. Yeah. And then we're going to just come into Chin Mudra. We're just going to touch the tip of the thumb to the pointer finger. Other 3 fingers just lay open gently. So you're taking a little effort to keep those fingers straight, but not too much. Yeah. And then it'll close your eyes. Good. And take a nice big breath in. Can do Satali breath if you'd like, and let it go. Let the breath go through let's let the breath go out the mouth. So take a breath in through the nose and let it go through the mouth. Feel the hot air leave your body. Good. And now relax the breath. Let's relax the mudra. Just let your hands blossom open and find complete relaxation. Good. Little smile on your face, relaxing all the muscles of your face. Feel the shoulders relax and soften. Feel your arms relaxed. Your fingers. Feel your heart relax back. Let the belly be soft. Feel the hips heavy. Feel the thighs and the hamstrings relax now. Lower legs. Feet. Toes. Whole body's relaxed, cooling down, calming down. mind is relaxed. Thoughts are coming in the mind, just let them come. Not giving them much attention, just let them come in and go out. Let go of all your efforts. And bring your awareness now to how you feel. And feel free to remain here for as long as you'd like. Should you choose to slowly come back now into this space and time, take a deep breath in and let go of any last bits of tension. Beginning to wiggle your toes and fingers. Slowly waking yourself up. You can sway gently side to side if you'd like. Just slowly coming back into the space and time, but remaining in this relaxed state. And coming back to center. Bringing your hands into Anjali Mudra, prayer position, resting them onto your heart. A nice big deep breath in. As you exhale, bow your head, relax your shoulders. We'll close practice today with this. Release resistance to what is. Allow change and healing to happen much quicker. Release resistance. When you're feeling ready and complete, begin to start to rub your palms together. Some energy. Gently bring your hands into your head, into your hands. Slowly lift your head up. And when ready, gently flutter your eyes open into your hands. And then bring your hands back to your heart. Thank you for coming and taking care of yourself on this hot, smoky day. Just have an amazing rest of your day. Find your 100% in everything you do, even if it's rest. Yeah. Have an amazing rest of your day. Namaste.